on social media. Oyima is here. Oyima, good morning.
Oyima, you're already receiving a thumbs up from Captain Bish. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's trending?
And apologies to our viewers for coming late behind schedule today. This is Kakaaki Social. I am Oyima Maiza, your anchor on this segment. Of course, as you know, this is the segment where we spotlight the issues that are shaping conversations in the Nigerian social media. We go straight to Lagos, where reports of Jimmy Agbaje dumping the PDP have been trending in the Nigerian social media. The report broke in the social media a couple of days ago that Jimmy Agbaje, who was the gubernatorial candidate of the PDP in the just concluded elections, the gubernatorial elections for Lagos State, he has dumped the PDP. I mean, this is coming just a few days also after reports that Otumba Gbenga Daniel, the DG of the Atiku campaign, had also left the party, though he's denied that. But we take a look now how this issue has generated a lot of commentary in the social media, concerns from the PDP community in the social media, if Jimmy Agbaje has really dumped their party. Let's go on and take a look at some details of this report that is currently trending. All through yesterday, we saw this report in the spotlight. Kayode Ogundamisi shared a link with us and said Jimmy Agbaje dumps PDP over unresolved crisis. This was actually from PM News Nigeria. We'll take a look at some details of this report, which was filed by PM News Nigeria yesterday. The People's Democratic Party PDP governorship candidate in the just concluded governorship election in Lagos State, Jimmy Agbaje, has reportedly dumped the party over unresolved crisis. Agbaje had been having a running battle with PDP leaders in Lagos as they accused him of diverting money meant for campaign during the polls in Lagos. Agbaje's purported dumping of the PDP is trending on Twitter. This was from PM News yesterday. We'll take a look at reactions. Femi Fani-Kayode, chieftain of the PDP, tweeted and said, first it was Musiliu Obanikoro, then Iyola Omishore, then Gbenga Daniel, and now Jimmy Agbaje. All my closest friends and brothers are abandoning ship and leaving PDP. Ouch! I must have been quite painful for Femi Fani-Kayode. Let's take a look at more reactions. Odiaga Nwosu tweeting at Bodo68 said, after sowing serious seeds of discord and hatred between Igbos and Yorubas in Lagos, Jimmy Agbaje is leaving PDP. If ever he's allowed into APC, I will invite Nnamdi Kanu to join too. Let the madness begin. From Bodo68, we saw that. More reactions yesterday from Twitter user Real Gabicenzo. Jimmy Agbaje is leaving PDP for which party? Man is confused and has nothing to offer as far as Nigerian Lagos politics is concerned. And then we saw another Twitter user talking yesterday. Let's go on and take a look at this tweet from KC Niger. Defect or no defect, Jimmy Agbaje should rest. He should never think of running in the next governorship election under PDP. He should be disqualified from primaries. The energy he has can't dethrone Tinubu. As from Thank God Ukachugu tweeting at KC Niger, Jeff Phillips one in a tweet said, Gbenga Daniel cleaned out, disappeared. Jimmy Agbaje cleaned out, disappeared. Kwankwaso cleaned out, technically disappeared. Peter Obi cleaned out, hiding behind the cameras. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is the real Alhaji that Ron's babes have been telling you about. That's from Jeff Phillips, one tweeting there. And then yesterday also, we saw a rebuttal from Jimmy Agbaje in a statement by his media aide. He's saying that he has not left the PDP. He's still very much a card-carrying member of the PDP. That's what Jimmy Agbaje said yesterday in a statement which was released on his behalf by his media aide. Let's take a look at some details from that statement to the next slide. Quoting the statement, Mr. Olujimi Kolawole Agbaje is still a card-carrying member of the PDP. He remains committed to the broad-based party, which he remains absolutely certain has the best antidote to the yearnings and aspirations of the Nigerian people. It is another chunk from the ongoing propaganda and disinformation machinery of his foes. Mr. Olujimi Kolawole Agbaje urges all to treat the rumor with the disdain it wisely deserves. That's from Jimmy Agbaje yesterday, disclaiming that report. Femi Fani-Kayode also tweeted again. He said, I just received a call from my brother, Jimmy Agbaje. He assured me that he has not left the PDP and that the media reports were false. My brother Gbenga Daniel also reached me and assured me that though he has left the PDP, he has not joined APC. Thank you, Jesus. From Real FFK, Femi Fani-Kayode tweeting yesterday. And of course, last week, we brought you the story of Deji Adeyonju, the convener of the Concerned Nigerians movement, and Charly Boy. They came together for the Our Mumu Don't Do campaign. They came together to form that movement. But last week, Deji told us that he has pulled out because Charly Boy was no longer as trustworthy as he thought he was. And that while he was in prison, while he was in detention, Charly Boy had teamed up with the oppressors of the Nigerian people. But Charly Boy, in an interview with Vanguard newspapers, came out yesterday to say that, look, Deji is just crying foul for nothing because he, Charly Boy, doesn't want to share money. And I think that got Deji also a bit kind of incensed and angry. So he came out yesterday to also clear the air from his own perspective. Let's go on and take a look at this issue which was trending all through yesterday. The campaign is supposed to be our Mumu don't do. But when you go through the details of what we are about to look at, you are forced to probably say, perhaps our Mumu just start. And from Deji Adeyanju, he tweeted, he said, I didn't want to respond or ever say a word about my withdrawal from our Mumu don't do. But going through this Vanguard report, I must now clear the air. This was, let's take a look at what Charly Boy said in that Vanguard report in an exclusive chat with our correspondent. This is the Vanguard quoting, said in an exclusive chat with our correspondent, Charly Boy dismissed the allegations against him as cheap blackmail, noting that Deji's grouse had to do with his refusal to transform the group into a platform for seeking personal financial gain. He said, quote, ignore him, Deji. I am not prepared to share any money. We are not in the business of sharing money. We are not a political party. What we are doing in the group is struggle for a better nation. Deji was at my residence a day before his social media rant. He didn't tell me anything about his planned resignation from the group. If he had real issues against me, he would have raised them when he came over to my place. End quote. That was from Charly Boy. That was what he said about Deji's allegations. On his silence during Deji's recent detention, Charly Boy said he had no comments to make to the press. But Deji is not having any of this. He's come out to give his own side of the story. He said in another tweet, Charly Boy is the #1 Mumu in Nigeria. He compromised by collecting money from the government while I was locked up in prison by the oppressors. He collected money from them to do a video against the main opposition candidate Atiku and also to stop attacking Buhari. He continued also in a couple of tweets yesterday. Deji still tweeting. He said, when I confronted him, Charly Boy, with the evidence, he confessed to collecting money from them, but said he didn't collect the money to do a video against Atiku. But they gave him the money as support. I dare him to deny this allegation. I have the recording of his confession. Talking about recordings, we're going to be listening to that recording very shortly. Deji, still tweeting, said, imagine after all the sacrifices, someone will just be going around collecting money in the name of the movement. Huge disappointment, a fraud. The stories are just too many. He attached this video, which captured moments when himself, Deji Adeyanju, and Charly Boy were in the trenches, you know, fighting for Nigeria. So what exactly happened? Let's take a look at this short video.
Come, by struggle, freedom 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 come, by struggle. Freedom come by struggle, 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 freedom come. They are firing live at us, not because we are demanding for freedom. They are using water cannons at us. You can see Charly Boy, you can see everybody here. We are not deterred. 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 By struggle. Freedom come by struggle, freedom come by struggle, freedom come by struggle, freedom.
Okay, so that was Deji Adeyanju and Charly Boy in the trenches when the going was good, all for the love of Nigeria. But yesterday, our reporters shared with us that audio recording that Deji Adeyanju talked about, exclusive audio, how Charly Boy acknowledged he received money from APC's Festus Keyamo. Listen to full audio. The moment area father acknowledged he received money from the Nigerian presidency, from the Nigerian President Buhari's 2019 campaign spokesman, Festus Keyamo. Let's take a listen.
You're collecting money from Keyamo that you did the video
for APC with Kiamo. And that Kiamo has told so many people, I calling people that Kiamo told that he gave you money.
That thing they talk about Facebook, it's a very big truth. But it's not like that. Festus came here after we talk about your problem. I said, Festus, do you believe in what I'm doing? He said, yes. So you know, fit because you don't go follow these people, you know, fit support me.
But that's not what they're doing about saying from what they said.
No, anybody.
And they mentioned the people he's talking to.
Wait, now anybody can say anything. No concern me. Because if I carry that one for it, I don't go here and teach you. You supposed to know now. I don't say I go because wait, now you say you get disappointed. The first day when you come here, waiting I tell you. No. The first day, here's the way you talk to them. No, sit down. Don't finish that. Let's finish. I don't think this for us. Not me. I am a very emotional person. You understand? I'm a very emotional person. In this world, two things I'm looking for in this world. Number one, happiness. For you to never offend anyone. Let me just so that I can meet my maker peacefully.
Okay, let's take a look at how Nigerians are reacting in the social media. Arinze posting said, what? Charly Boy collected money from a government he claimed to fight against? Wow, this is breaking the golden rule of activism, an absolute negation of what the cause stands for. If truly he did collect any dime, shame from Arinze there tweeting yesterday. We'll take a look at more reactions from Nigerians now. And from Deji Oni ABJ tweeting said, Charly Boy collected money from Buhari while Deji was locked up. Nigeria has lost it finally. The masses need to wake up and fight for themselves. And then more reactions yesterday from Jide Cole tweeting said, comrade, area father, made 2 videos now. 1, another guy man, Atiku. 2, Buhari pack and go. I have no idea what transpired, but I know that you both have been through a lot, especially on money matters. And I'm wondering what makes this one any different. And more commentary we saw yesterday on this matter that is trending. Malam Adamu Hayatu tweeting at A Hayatu. I really understand your pain. Charly Boy disappointed you. Buhari won Gyalesu, Shiite headquarters in Zaria, and PDP don't scatter. Red card too. All these while you were languishing in Kano prison. What business will you be doing now to 2023? Reacting to Deji Adeyanju yesterday from H. Hayatu, we saw that I am Eneji. Tunde Eneji tweeting said, the unfortunate thing about money, quoting a quote from Tunde Fashola, the unfortunate thing about money is that it always raises suspicion, even amongst brothers. And that was from Tunde Fashola, and he now added, said, Charly Boy, Deji, and our mumu don't do on my mind, from Tunde Eneji tweeting yesterday. And then we'll take a look at a few more comments. Udo Iheanacho tweeting said, whilst I don't discredit your account of events, I would like to hear the other side of the story. Charly Boys, it is only the reasonable thing to do. And in Nigeria, things are not always what they seem. Over to you, sir, area father. Hopefully, Charly Boy, the area father himself, is going to come out and really clear the air and tell the story from his own perspective, because what we've seen is really quite damning based on the conversations you've just seen. And from Instablog Nigeria yesterday, we've seen this very touching, emotional, and interesting story. This guy is heartbroken, graphic. Boy stopped from killing himself after being dumped. A boy was today stopped from stabbing himself to death as a result of heartbreak in Delta State. The boy had gone to the Delta State Polytechnic, Otefe, to try to win back his girl, only to be told off again. Unable to handle the rejection, he brought out a bottle, broke it, and started stabbing himself. However, what could have led to suicide was prevented as passers-by overpowered him and wrestled the shards of bottle from him. It's a case of heartbreak. The video you're about to watch, viewer discretion is advised. Let's take a look. Oh my God. Okay, let's take a look at the comments. Richard Bravesheart said, wow, people still have hearts to be broken like this. Tunde Ednot in a post said, well done, bro. Final stage to become certified Yoruba demon. Once you get over this, you are good to go. And Witty Kiss blog said an extreme act, but damn, heartbreaks could be terminal when indeed you are in love. He needs rehabilitation. You will be all right, man. And then from Don Pedro Samuels, and tomorrow, let's go on, and tomorrow he'll start shattering hearts and be called a playboy. My brother, take heart and move on. Most girls belong to everybody and to nobody. I couldn't have said it any better. Okay, we move on from that issue to the issue of this 8-year-old young Nigerian boy, Tani Adewumi, who fled Nigeria with his family in 2018. They headed for the United States, landed in New York, and just a couple of months later, this young 8-year-old boy beat the entire state of New York. He's the chess champion in the state of New York right now. His issue is gaining a lot of attention globally about the possibilities of living up to your dreams. This is Tani Adewumi, a young Nigerian, just 8-year-old. Let's go on and take a look at some of the details of this report that is trending. The Today Show brought us a video. 8-year-old Tani Adewumi is a chess champion that is well on his way to mastering the difficult game. What is even more remarkable is his story. He and his family have been living in an NYC homeless shelter since fleeing Nigeria 2 years ago. Can you beat that? They got to the United States, they were living in a homeless shelter, and now he is the chess champion of the entire state of New York. Let's take a look at this video.
He's a chess champion capturing hearts. Tani Adewumi beat out 73 other children to win the New York State Championship for kindergarten through 3rd grade. Not only did he win, he went undefeated. An unlikely outcome since he learned the game just a year ago, but getting here wasn't easy. The 3rd grader, his older brother, and parents have been living in a New York City homeless shelter since fleeing Nigeria 2 years ago, fearing attacks by the terror group Boko Haram. The family says they are seeking religious asylum. Tani enrolled in the local elementary school where chess coaches Russell Makovsky and Sean Martinez taught him how to play. The young refugee's incredible story has gone viral. Makovsky set up a GoFundMe page for the family. Within 3 days, thousands of strangers had donated over $100,000. They head into an apartment today.
I'm so proud of him.
The family overwhelmed, thankful, and now ready for their next move. And we're so happy to have Tani with us now, along with his coaches, Russell Makovsky and Sean Martinez, who we just call Coach Russell and Coach Sean. Thank you so much. Tani, this must be so overwhelming. How did you feel when you won that championship?
I felt surprised.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't believe you were that good, that fast? Yeah.
When did you learn how to play chess, Tani? Is it something you'd played before?
No.
Yeah?
Like a little bit over a year ago.
Why did you start? How did you get into it?
I got into it when my brother, he started teaching me chess, but he didn't teach me the right rules. until Coach Sean came, and then he taught me the right rules.
What do your coaches mean to you?
They mean a lot. Like, they're really supportive.
When you meet a young...
Okay, and then from Dr. Christine Cheng in a tweet said, what people don't understand about refugees and immigrants is that they are hungry to succeed. Here's 8-year-old Tani Adewumi living in a homeless shelter. Dad working 2 jobs, beating out kids from elite private schools to become New York State chess champion. And then from another Twitter user, actually from the New York Times, an opinion article by Nick Christoph said, an 8-year-old homeless boy named Tani living in a shelter was just named New York State chess champion. Tani is a reminder that refugees enrich this nation and that talent is universal, even if opportunity is not. Nick Christoph, in an opinion article for the New York Times, said that. And from Akinwumi Adesina, the president of the African Development Bank, so proud of Tani, an 8-year-old Nigerian who won New York State Chess Championship in USA. Amazing story of Africa's potential. Driven out by terrorists, he finds fame in the US. Lesson, your difficulties will drive you to possibilities. I think I agree with that. Okay, let's move on to this issue. Right in Edo State, Benin City, my hometown of Edo State, still talking about education and schooling. We've seen this student in a Nigerian school here in Benin City, Edo State. The student takes things to the next level during a debate. Yesterday at a school in Benin, this was supposed to be a debate, but it didn't quite turn out to be something like a debate. But let's take a look at this video and some of the comments that followed. Okay, it was supposed to be a debate, but tables were banging. I am Alasha Root posting said if she's not corrected, she will grow up and we find it hard to have a reasonable conversation. She could turn on to fight once you oppose her. Chuchu Uka said, while in primary 2, I was asked to debate for my team that teachers are better than doctors. I cried the whole day because I knew it was a big lie. From the Rojo official, Nigeria, my country, C classroom. Despite all odds, we end up breaking records worldwide. We deserve some accolades. And these are some of the comments yesterday. We go on to this emotional story of a widow who broke down in public after in-laws chased her and her children out of the house following her husband's death. Let's take a look at this video and some of the comments that followed.
What did they do person where they fall down like this? Mother, what's happened?
Stand up, for chair.
Wait now. What is it? Wait, calm down.
For chair, calm down now.
Mother,
Talk to me now.
You are quitting a scene.
Talk to me.
You are quitting a scene. What is it?
I mean, what's happening?
What did they happen?
My son is in the what's happening?
Let them just kill me. Calm down. Look, you are telling me. Calm down, madam. You are quitting a scene. Wait, calm down now. What is it?
What's happening? She just come by mineral. I won't buy mineral. I won't give her mineral. I said they come out. Now she just they walk out and
just calm down. What is it? What is it?
I lost my husband 6 months ago. They sent us out of the house, me and my children.
Yeah.
They took everything. And now the police think they should just kill me. They are taking this in.
What have been we?
No.
Madam, give me call. Your husband died. It was
There's
not
no
like
will.
this.
I asked my lawyer. I said because there's no will, there's nothing they can't.
Very sad story there. Rico Story 05 said, these are the kind of wickedness which a change in our constitution can address. For how long shall we continue to cry over errors in our cultures we have the power to address? And Jumunjum A posting said, anytime I see situations like this, it honestly hurts me that I can't do anything to help. I can't believe this still happens in 2019. Sheunaye said that this should be a criminal offense in this country. The big question is, are people always waiting for their relatives to die so they can take things over? This is not only ludicrous,